So that's always heat energy, that is always the reaction. Your next step is you draw two lines like this.
I can't remember the first one.
What do you mean?
Yeah, estimate. It's just a sketch diagram.
Yeah.
I also want you to draw that there as well.
You snapped it.
Food trying to break.
So you're labelling it reactants, product.
Oh, for fuck's
Here to here, we are labelling that as
How big do we have to do it? How big?
activation energy. And there to there,
Guess what I'm talking to again? Wait,
draw that and label it as it is.
Oh wait, you used the kicker. Don't say it.
Okay. Can everybody remember? I've labelled that. And we've got an increase in, this is energy. This is how much energy we've got at the start. This is how much energy we've got at the end of the reaction. Here, I've got a slight increase in energy. Can anybody remember what activation energy is? Put your hands up if you can tell me. Can anybody remember what an activation energy is? Yeah. So everything needs an activation energy. It's the amount of energy needed to start the reaction going. So I've got a slight increase in the energy. That's obviously me maybe adding a bit of flame, a bit of heat to start the reaction going. So this is your activation energy. The little bit of energy I need to give the reactants to start the process going. This is the amount of energy that is locked up in the reactants before the reaction starts. This is the amount of energy that is locked up in the products at the end. Have we got an increase in energy with that reaction, or have we got a decrease in energy with that reaction? A decrease. Started up here, ended up here. That's how much energy we had in the reactants. That's how much energy we've got in the products. Now, physics point of view, energy cannot be created or destroyed. So where is that energy gone to? Into the atmosphere, into the air. So is this an exothermic diagram or an endothermic diagram? Hands up those who think exothermic. Hands up those who think endothermic. This is an exothermic diagram because it's saying that energy has gone somewhere. So it's gone to the surroundings. So that energy hasn't just disappeared. It's no longer locked up in the chemicals that we've got. That energy has gone to the surroundings. So this is an exothermic diagram.
Mother's cunt.
So make sure you label it that that's the exothermic. So that's how we draw a reaction profile diagram for something that is exothermic. And this change in energy to decrease, that is the energy that's being released to the surroundings. So when it looks like that, it is exothermic. So can anybody hazard a guess what an reaction profile might look like then.
If like the change in energy arrows are in that way, and
Yeah.
then the activation energy arrows are in
Yeah, so it's literally just going to swap. So it's just going to be the reverse. So has everybody copied that one down, and I'll put on the board endothermic
Don't get what this one's
profile.
on.
Have you labelled that? Yeah.
Oh, go to the Sophie.
So, yeah. So I'm drawing an endothermic. I don't particularly like this diagram because it's not giving you an activation energy. So draw an activation energy in there. Still got a high little bit of energy. That is the activation energy.
Wow, it's shivered and my whole neck clipped.
So this one,
Give me that.
you've only got that much
I know that
energy.
you're hiding it from me.
But you've got this much energy at the end, so that's got to come from somewhere, and the energy is coming in from the surroundings. So this one makes it an endothermic. So that's an endothermic diagram. So when you've got to jump up, that energy has to come in from somewhere, that change in energy, so it's coming in from the surroundings. And when it's the other way down, when it's a step down, then that's an exothermic profile. That's the amount of energy needed to start the process going. There always is a little bit more, the activation energy. You have to show that there's always a little bit of energy extra.
It's fine, you can recreate it. Into a new reader when you throw it away.
Everybody okay with that? Yep, we'll move on. Right, so I want you to draw
Oh my god.
a reaction profile diagram, just a small sketch, labelled to show a reaction where you've got hydrochloric acid and sodium hydroxide. They react
Sharp
together
will
to give
always
you
be my favourite.
sodium chloride and
But
water.
done.
The initial temperature is 20, the final temperature is 28.
28
So
to
straight
20.
away, is that an endothermic or an exothermic reaction? If I've
Endo.
got an increase in temperature.
Endo.
Exothermic. It's an exothermic reaction. I've got an increase
you're
in
adding.
temperature.
Wow.
So draw me a sketch of a reaction profile diagram showing that. And where you've got your steps, if you label this is your reactants, so you can label that as HCl plus NaOH. And your products, you label as that. So reactants, you put that there for your reactants, and then on your products, you write NaCl plus H2O. So just do a sketch diagram. What will it look like? So a sketch of a reaction profile for that. It is an exothermic reaction. So is it going to be a step up or a step down? Is energy coming in or being released? It's exothermic. You've got an increase in temperature.
My face is the bad.
You've got an increase in temperature.
You've got a decrease.
Started at 20. Well, the temperature's got to. You measure the temperature. If you've got a rise in temperature, that's because it's releasing energy.
Bird.
It's not a ladybird.
It's
Spider.
No, it flies. Ladybug fly. It's ladybird. Ladybird fly. Look at it, it's a ladybird.
You did this
I
yesterday.
thought it was
I like
bug.
ladybirds. What? What? What did you say? I said I like birds. Ladybirds. You're a dickhead. You're a bit fan.
But that was rising up.
No, we didn't post episode 2. It was rubbish. Yeah, it was boring. Huh? We're on episode 2, tape 2.
Measures how much heat
No,
energy
not
is
this
being
second.
given
It's
out.
boring.
Just see this is episode 2.
We're only vlogging it for the memes, guys.
The thermometer
The memes. No, I'm joking.
changing heat energy. Yeah, it gets hotter. Yeah, because it's releasing heat energy.
So the heat, so it's getting hotter the lower it is.
Yep. But your reactants and your products, you label what your reactants are. So HCl plus NaOH.
So it's going to be hotter as it goes down.
Is this right?
Yep.
Yeah, so the reactant's up here.
Done yours?
So it's going to be hotter as it goes down. Which is what I don't get.
Yeah, but that's released energy. The energy's gone somewhere, and the thermometer measures how much energy
Sophie, do you have a highlighter?
is being released.
So yeah, because the lower the
What do you want?
A highlighter.
Oh, thanks. I just messed up my writing.
It just means it's telling you it started at 20. Your diagram, it's not a graph showing temperature.
I'm really
It's
yawning.
a graph
It's really hurting my
showing
feet.
energy. So don't get confused that you've got a drop in temperature, so therefore you've got to do this. It's got nothing to do with the temperature.
Give me the
Your diagram is showing energy against time, against progress. So therefore, if it's a drop, you've got an increase in temperature because that thermometer is reading that heat energy release.
Wait.
You need to do sketch, not actual thing.
Why did what go down?
Why does the line go down?
Because it's not temperature,
Energy,
it's heat
heat
energy.
energy.
It's how much
Heat
heat energy you've got here.
Yeah, but then why does the energy go down?
Oh, because if you give it out,
The heat energy goes down because you've got a certain amount of energy locked in those reactants. After you've had the reaction, you've got a certain amount of energy locked in the products. So the change in energy has to go somewhere. I'll be there with it.
So, does the energy go down because you're using the energy?
Yes.
Oh.
The next bit
That's
that I'm
what
explaining
endo-
to you will explain it a little bit more. But you've got a certain amount of energy locked up in those chemicals.
Yeah.
When you're breaking those bonds and making new ones, this is less energy locked in those chemicals. So therefore,
endo
you've
goes
got
up.
this energy being released because there's a difference.
Okay.
That's why the endo one's going up, because it's
Didn't
taking
get me
in
caught,
heat
did
energy.
you? But
Wow!
I'm trying to learn.
No, No, it's just a profile diagram. There's no numbers.
Danish, when's your birthday?
In 29 days.
It doesn't matter.
When are you turning? How old are you turning?
It could have been
15.
Wow, you're
280 and 20.
How old are you?
14.
When are you turning
I'm
15?
Next year.
15.
You're 2006.
Yeah, bro.
I'm a
You don't look
2006
2005.
so.
You don't look 2000.
She's 2005.
That's what literally everyone says.
2005.
Every single relative I go up to, they say, oh, you must be 18. I was like, no,
Right.
14.
Because you look way older.
Your
'cause you're tall.
reaction profile would look like this. Obviously, ideally, showing the activation energy as well.
You look
So-
how old you are.
Huh?
You look exactly your age.
I look 14.
That is
He
your
does.
profile diagram.
60.
Right, some of you are getting confused. Nowhere on that diagram are we looking at temperature. There is no measurement of temperature. This isn't temperature. This is amount of energy. So it's totally different. It's not temperature. This is the amount of energy. This is the amount of energy that is locked up in those reactants. And then after the reaction, this is the amount of energy that's now got locked up in the products. We've made something new. This is the amount of energy now locked up in those products. Can't lose energy, it can't disappear. So therefore the change in energy by making these new things has to go somewhere. It goes away into the surroundings. And when it does that, if you have a thermometer in there, it will show an increase in temperature because that energy is transferring from chemical energy tied up in the bonds to heat energy given out.
So nice.
So don't get confused. That's just letting you know it's an exothermic reaction. We've got an increase in heat energy. It's got nothing to do with this. This isn't temperature. This is energy. You'll understand a little bit more when we get on to working out bond energies. You'll
You're doing
understand what I
practical.
mean.
No.
Okay. Which is what we're going to go on to
I think
next.
so, no, boss.
So if you want to make a subheading, breaking and making bonds.
I swear, Mrs.
Look at
This
my
will
mouth.
help you understand your profile diagram that little bit more. What we're doing now. So breaking
tired.
and
I look horrible.
making
I look
bonds
shiny. I
is
just
a
look horrible.
subheading.
I swear, Mrs. Neville.
I'm not crunchy.
What?
My face is crunchy.
That's not the word I would use.
No, it's crunchy.
It's got eczema.
Yeah. That's why I'm wearing a mask. Do you think I'd normally wear a mask in here?
No, because
Crunchy.
No, I'm like suffocating.
you don't suffocate from a mask.
That's asphyxiation.
That is bad. It's all like on my chin and everywhere.
Can we stop talking across the classroom? Not what your expectations are.
Yeah.
Thank you. Alan, got a subheading? Right.
Oh,
Right.
gotta love my sound effects.
So, during a chemical reaction, covalent bonds in the molecules of the reactant break. So when we've got reactants together, every single bond that we've got there has to break. It's like pulling apart Lego. So every single bond in our
Why would I
reactants
look like
has to be
straight arse
broken.
over?
And then obviously when we're making the reactants, we're making something new, we're sticking it back together again. So, molecules of the reactant break and new bonds are made in the products. Energy is transferred to the reactants to break their bonds, and energy is transferred to the surroundings as bonds form. Making bonds is exothermic. Right.
Oh look, I can't see straight over. That's so cute. Oh,
Straight on.
So how old are you?
15.
You're old.
She was 15 this 5th September.
If you just write down that formula,
What's wrong about old people?
Oh, look, I
write
like
that
that.
formula down in your books.
No.
H2 plus Cl2 equals 2HCl.
Alright, I don't have to repeat it.
You still read?
You have to repeat it.
Oh my god.
How old are you, Lakeisha?
14.
When's your
Face it, you're young children. You're young children. You're young.
You're just old.
Yeah.
We're not young, we're
She's
just
already 15. She was 15 in September.
You're a young
we're not
little
young,
man.
it's just like you two are old.
I'm young.
What do you
I'm
mean
young.
you two are old?
I'm 16.
Both of you are
I'm
15.
I'm
17.
nearly
I'm 25.
Shut up.
you're 30.
No, 7,000.
7.
You're 17.
I'm actually 16 billion years old.
Yeah, but you look 15.
14 actually.
16.
60 billion years old. I was born before the one-side universe.
That's cap.
Not cat. I saw the revolutionary.
Leave yourself.
I saw slavery.
Have you heard of that
You
rapper?
stopped
That's a
saying-
nonce.
No, I saw slavery. I gave
Right,
people
put that
names
down. Stop your conversation. You need to move on.
Oh.
Thank you.
Oh,
So,
thingy.
Okay.
Oh, I
with
don't know
this,
what its
we've
name
got
is.
H2 and Cl2 are going to be making HCl. We've balanced the equation, we've got 2 of these. So, we're breaking that bond, and we're breaking that bond. So we're breaking a bond where a hydrogen is joined to a hydrogen, and we're breaking this bond where a chlorine is joined to a
Looks like I
chlorine.
just done Molly.
We are then putting them back together again,
What?
and we're making these. We're
What's
making
that?
2 HCl bonds, so that's what we're doing.
A drug.
Yeah, MMDA.
MMDA.
MDMA. Something like that. It's one of those things.
Do you know there was a TikTok challenge where you overdose on drugs?
Oh, and you ping and your eyes are like...
Like it gives you weed effects and then you die.
You don't know what it's I know. It's just where you over ping and you're just like... And your jaw moves like... There's nothing. And you had to eat it out of a dummy.
Huh?
Where the girls like suck on the dummy and...
No, it was like it was this pill.
Yeah. Sometimes you put the powder in the dummy, like nozzle bit, and you suck on it, like a dummy, obviously, and you like ping while you do it.
What the hell do you watch on TikTok?
I watched a YouTube video that said, "Girl overdoses on
Why would you watch
from
that?
Right, put that down.
girl overdoses
So,
from a
We need energy
Gum.
TikTok challenge."
to break those bonds
Oh.
apart. We start the reaction going by giving it a certain amount of activation energy, then the whole process
I
starts.
never go
So
on
we
YouTube
need a certain amount of energy
I
to
do.
break those bonds apart.
to watch
So
ourselves.
to break a bond, it is endothermic. It's taking in energy to break those bonds. Then when we make them back together, it is releasing energy. So making the bonds
Dot the
up
door.
again, it is an exothermic reaction. Taking in energy to break them, it will
Got a pen on my
release
forehead.
energy when we make them.
Hello.
Yeah.
So breaking bonds for our reactants is endothermic. It needs energy, takes in energy to break them. But when we make the products, it starts to release back the energy. It is an exothermic reaction. So here we're taking in energy, here we're giving out energy. We're to remember which one's endothermic and which one is exothermic is
Exo.
so that breaking is endothermic. Making
Laser pen.
is exothermic. an easy way to remember which one is exothermic, which one is endothermic, is the word bend mix.
Then
Breaking, endothermic. Making, exothermic. Make sure you've got all of that copied
Oh my
down.
days.
endo.
Did I walk with anyone yesterday?
No. What day is today?
Friday.
Tuesday, it's not Friday.
Sophie, did you have any grapes?
Got any grapes?
Huh? No, you're not.
Sorry.
Of course you are.
What did you
Yeah,
say?
You're 11.
Right.
We're not. It's cool.
No, not.
Everybody okay with that so far?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, actually I don't.
Defo.
Why didn't I listen to the explanation? Oh, okay.
Make sure you've got all the notes. So breaking the bonds is endothermic. You need energy in to do that. And then when we make the new bonds, it releases energy.
Wait, what's
That's
the
just a
first
way to
episode called
remember.
again?
Breaking is endothermic. Making
Science
is
Block,
exothermic.
Season 1, Episode 1.
Same as any
Season 1.
Yeah, this whole term is going to be Season 1. Next term is going to be Season 2. Term after that.
What about?
After Christmas.
Yeah, wait,
Did you know it's going to be Christmas?
It's the first.
It's the 1st of December. Oh, I was actually squealing around this morning. I was like,
Science
oh my god, it's Christmas.
Did you have your advent calendar?
No.
I don't either. I forgot.
Me and Daniel Strong do.
Yeah, but I don't have like an advent.
Why?
I have
Because
like
we're
a
Indian.
different thing.
No, I'm not Indian. We're
You're
Asian.
Oh.
Hindu, right?
I'm
Wait, so you don't have advent calendars?
Okay.
I don't have an advent calendar. But basically, we
The
don't
only
buy
time
it
I
from
had
the
an
shop.
advent calendar was
They
like
have
2
this
years
thing,
ago.
and then
it was
like
like
every
a big
year,
one.
you just put it's like
Did you see all the sweets?
in the shade of
It
little
wasn't even
Christmas tree.
sweets.
And there's
Like
little
2 of them
boxes
were
for each
sweets and
day.
everything
Oh.
else was
And then you
like.
put little.
Two of
whatever
them
you
like
want in it.
dinosaurs.
4,
Like, I don't care. It's sweets.
1.
So do you not get presents on Christmas Day?
No, we
Why
do.
would he not
I
get
did.
presents?
Because they don't celebrate it.
That is
So the whole
not
process of
look if you
chemical
look.
reaction.
You can't tell us.
It's
a ladybug.
Bad.
And an amount of energy released. So obviously, if we've got the same amount of energy in as released, then we've got no change in energy. However, if we've got
Charles.
energy in and we've got more energy
Up there.
released,
Oi. Up there. Is that a ladybug?
then we're going to have an exothermic reaction. Right.
There's nothing there.
Here it is. It's
Your
not.
unit of energy is, write that down, kilojoules
Kilojoules.
per mole is the unit
Yes or no?
of energy
Yeah. Is it a ladybug?
in bonds.
Jules.
Copy that down,
See?
please.
What?
To be honest, he shrugged his shoulder. I'm going to take that.
It's,
Yeah.
it's ladybird.
Copy that down. No, what put around in the mole? Kilojoules per mole, in brackets, kg mole minus 1, is the unit of energy in the bonds. So when we're talking about making
I really want
breaking
some
bonds,
Wotsits.
I
that
didn't
is
know.
our unit of energy. You got that written down?
Don't you?
No,
Like I just.
Yeah, unit of energy.
I
thank
want to
you.
eat food.
I have to buy presents.
Didn't you eat nachos?
I want some
Presents.
Wotsits.
He can still be hungry.
No.
Bro,
It depends.
I eat
Well,
too
eating a
much.
little bit of nachos is not going to feed you.
Yeah, it does.
No, it doesn't.
It's mad. See,
I digest my food like.
Wait, so do you not celebrate Christmas?
Oh, I do. I make my parents, but this year I'm not, because no one's gonna come.
Wait, so what's your religion?
Wait, because
Right,
what?
everybody okay with that?
I don't know.
You don't know what your religion is?
Right, now we're going
My
on
grandma's
to
do. I don't even know what they do.
what we're
So
doing
why are you not
with
celebrating Christmas this year?
calculations.
Because Because it's 2020 and it's
Same again, and
coronavirus.
appreciate
I can't
your
go out.
focus.
No, that's not why.
Thank
What do you mean that's not why?
You literally. Oh, whatever.
What are you saying?
I don't even know.
I want to know.
So we're going to do a simple calculation here, and then we're obviously going to start getting a bit more
No, that he
complicated.
doesn't celebrate Christmas.
So, when hydrogen and oxygen react together, they form water. So, hydrogen, here we've got H2 plus O2 gives me 2H2O. That's the reaction. Here we're showing
What are they looking at?
how many bonds
Dunno.
we've got. If you write that down and write down what that
Give up my
is,
finger
first of
still.
all,
Still
and then we're
quite-
going to talk you
look how
through what
bent
you
it
need
is.
to do.
You can see my cheekbone.
So, copy down what's in
Look how
the
bent my
box,
finger is.
and then I'll explain what you need to do.
It's still swollen.
Alfie, copy down what's in the box, and then I'm going to
Are
explain
you
what
still
you need to
working on
do.
your left hand?
No, I don't quit writing now because it hurts.
That's showing what bonds we've got.
Why do people wear masks like
Yeah.
this?
Because
It doesn't even look good.
They're retarded.
What do you mean? Don't worry.
What? No, like
Ideally,
this.
the way to write it is
Like this.
Because they think they have their mouth covered, they want to breathe.
But they're still gonna come out there.
Okay, right.
What if you sneeze? Like,
Thank you. Have you listening?
it's not gonna work.
Paying attention? Because I'm going to explain what this means. Right. Our formula is a balanced formula. If I have 2 lots of H2 and an O2, I can make 2 lots of water, H2O. Whoever that is with a laser pen, stop. If I find out who that is, I'm going to ask that you are excluded. You are not supposed to be using a laser pen in the classroom. It is dangerous. And that just goes to show how much physics you understand.
Ow.
If I find out who that is, I'm taking it to the top, believe me. It is dangerous. Stop it. Silly. Somebody over that side, I don't know who it is, but you better stop
Who gives
now.
a shit about you?
No, I keep thinking. I just think red and white now.
He's so smart.
He's not. He's really not. He doesn't care.
Yes, he does.
Right,
He went so
and you
red.
listen again. Thank you. What this bit is telling you, we have 2 H joined to H bonds. So we've got 2 lots of H2, so therefore we've got 2 lots of H to H bonds. Here, we've got one of those, which is oxygen joined to oxygen. It's a double bond, it looks like this. So we've got one of those bonds there. On this side, we are making this. We've got 2 HO bonds. We've got that, we're making that. Here, the amount of energy in a H bond is 436. So the amount of energy here
Touching
is 436.
it. Just fucking take your mouth.
But we have 2
Sure,
of
everyone.
those. So if we're adding all the energies together, we've got that
What
there.
is she talking about?
My oxygen to oxygen bond, one of those is worth 498. We've got
On my
one
forehead.
of those, so we're adding 498 to that,
So big.
which is that bond there. So we're going to add together all of the energy here, this side.
So much bigger than
So
ours.
8, 9, 10, that's
That's really bad.
20, 14, 17, 14, 12, 15. That's how much energy
He's so thirsty.
is tied up in the bonds on this side.
Wanna drink water?
We then do it for the other side. So we have OH bonds are worth 464. How many OH bonds have I got?
Does she
but I've got 2 lots of them. How many OH bonds
No, but
have
what
I
now?
got this side? 4.
4.
So I'm going to times that by 4. Anybody got a calculator? 464 times 4.
Go, look at man. Go, go, go.
Oh. You said that you didn't have
Oh,
one.
1,856.
I've got one
I'm
there.
really hungry as well.
One there. I've got 2 of them. 2 lots.
She's gonna kill you. This is so
I
good.
can't even break it.
How much?
You little weak.
1,800.
Yeah.
Yeah, 1,856.
From Turkey.
I literally just got bread. That was it. I didn't even get any.
You can feel the fakeness. Yeah.
Right, 5, 4,
Oh, I
Yeah,
saw you
she
running
does it.
out.
1.
She does it as a joke.
This is getting
Stop.
tricky now. You need to pay attention.
Yes.
Right, this is the total amount of energy tied up in all the bonds on this side with my reactants. This is the amount of energy from this side with the bonds that I have made. You then, 1,570, you take away 1,856. Take that away from that. What would be my result? Minus figure.
Go on, man.
Where is it?
You got beaten to it.
Minus 286.
Minus 286.
Yeah.
Right. With these calculations, if you get a minus figure equals exothermic reaction.
No,
Yeah, so I will tidy that up a bit. I want you to copy that down in your books as an example.
not obvious at all.
Please,
Yeah,
Joe.
but these you
It's
have
only
to
been
do.
36 minutes.
Probably.
Can you check the time? Oh, your phone's there.
It's like, you have like 38 minutes.
38.
Yeah, 38.
I'll have a look.
Yeah, 38. Or 39.
Right, copy that down as an example.
What?
Please
telling
bring out
her?
the name. Personally, I wouldn't have that. Personally, I would rip his palm out.
30.
Why would Bailey have a girlfriend?
I don't know, you tell
That's
me.
rude.
Huh?
Right, copy that
Her
down.
name's Mia.
Copy that down as an example.
Her name's.
Down as an
I'm not
example.
gonna say.
Yeah, go on.
Her name's Mia.
She looks like a 10-year-old.
Minus figure at the end means it is an exothermic reaction. Quickly copy it down. Thank you. Livy, have you got it written down?
Bailey's
Wait,
girlfriend looks like a 10-year-old.
Copy that down as an example of how we do this. What we do, in an exam you are given the figures for your bond energies. You will be given the figures, you're not expected to remember these. What you do is you add up how much energy you've got in your reactants, you add up how much energy you've got in your products, you take one away from the other.
Bailey.
If you end up with a minus figure, that means it's an
Apparently.
exothermic reaction.
If
If you end up with a
just say she looks
positive
like a
figure,
Apparently, she looks like a 10-year-old.
that means it's an endothermic reaction.
Your girlfriend, Mia. Mia apparently looks like a 10-year-old.
Oh,
No,
hey,
she
you said my
showed me a
name, I don't
picture.
care. What?
I've done it. She looks like a 10-year-old.
Please, can you focus on copying it down for as an example? Thank you.
Walking into Tria, and you were storming off with your bag, and she was like, "Come back!" and she shouted, and I was like, "Oh, that was
I
it."
didn't even hear that. I was in my
That's your verbal warning. That's
I
fine.
already
Two
had
of you
a
that can
one.
get a verbal warning.
No.
You're supposed to be talking across the classroom.
She's like, what?
Thank you. Especially talking about stuff that's got nothing to do with the lesson. It's not a place for your gossip. Verbal warning. Thank you.
Again. Also not, why does she keep saying verbal one? Like she's not going to do it.
If you weren't here, still, at the end of the lesson, I'll go through the obviously protocol.
No, I'm good.
Yeah, you should go through it.
Places to be.
No, you don't.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, has everybody got that written down? Because you're going to be doing this on your own.
What?
Hey, finally something good. Maths.
Wow. You're neat.
Second. I actually like maths.
What's wrong with being in second set?
Every eye?
Huh?
Exactly like you
You're in my third.
Who cares?
You're in my one. That shows how dumb you are.
Who cares if he's in second? I'm in second.
Yeah, same. I'm in first.
Hang on.
If you're in first, it doesn't mean that
Aren't you like third?
Yeah, and if you're in second, it doesn't mean you don't like
Yeah,
it.
we're together.
And I can't do it.
Nah,
See, I
stop the
told
cap.
you.
What did you say?
We're together. She's in first with me.
I thought you said third.
No, I'm in first, aren't we?
Me and Balin are.
Oh, are you?
Because he ditched. He ditched all our friends.
Go away,
3,
man.
2, 1. Thank you. Right, but this one. It's literally just writing down what bonds you've got. You've got
I can't do it.
H2, Cl2. That's the bond you've got. And this is the bond
Can you do
making
that?
on the other side. This is the bond energy. So if you've got a H bond, it's 436.
Can you do this?
If you've got a Cl-Cl bond, it's 243. If you've got a HCl bond, each
No, you need
one
to
of
do-
those is worth 432. First thing I want you to do, copy that down, then underneath I want you to calculate what is the energy in the bonds broken. So calculate that. Then
Remember when we used to
calculate
have a
the
handshake?
energy
And like you said.
of the bonds
Did we?
made.
Yeah, handshake.
What was it?
I don't know, but you done on my
So
side.
that's what you're doing.
It was
Copy
actually
that
page,
down
the
as
one
it
with
is.
this one.
Then using these figures,
I remember mine in pages.
calculate the amount of energy on this side.
Ours was really basic, so I
Calculate
can't
the
understand
total
everything.
amount of energy on that side. If you need any help, put your hand up. Yeah, calculate the total energy on both sides.
Kill me.
Using the figures given.
I don't know.
Didums.
Huh?
Didums.
What's that?
Each one
Like,
is worth
wow, I care so much.
Oh, right,
I
yeah.
swear baby hasn't even had his first kiss, no?
And then 2
What?
HCl.
Wait, like a first kiss?
Yeah, like a full
I
one.
mean,
Like,
Danish, have you had your first kiss? Same.
That's madness.
Nathan, are you doing this?
no one wants to kiss me.
So I want you to calculate the total
Miss.
energy
I got
on the left hand side, total energy that we've got on the right hand side, please.
what this minus 100.
Shouldn't be drinking any science stuff.
Can I do quick? I'll go ahead.
You should be asking permission. You can go and stand by the door and drink.
Man
I get
said,
distracted.
man said not allowed to drink.
Lakeisha, are you trying this?
Yeah.
436. There's 243. Yeah, on the other side you have got 2 of those, which is 864. Right,
Hold up.
that minus that. So then write down whether I've got an exothermic or an endothermic reaction.
It's a
Man, what you
chocolate.
get?
Minus 185.
Same.
What was the top one? This one? Was it exothermic or endo?
It's exo, but it's minus. They're both exothermic.
Miss, my finger hurts. That means I'm not writing anymore.
Pay me £10 now, right?
£10
I'm good.
for writing.
I'm
50?
I'm good. I could get like so much more money, more stuff than you writing for me. I'm good.
It's a good bond.
Whoa, what a bargain!
Okay,
I could get like 5 grams of weed for that, and you're just offering me that to write.
I'm checking that.
£5 a week
I'm good.
for 50 quid.
Depends how much grams you do.
You said £5.
How much for £5?
That was audience.
Yeah, that's like 0.5 grams.
That's fine.
Person that I get from.
How much did you pay?
A tenner.
£10.
Yes.
How
For
much?
mine,
Yeah.
I ain't paying for no one else's.
Tenner for what?
Weed. The devil's lettuce.
Just enough to get you high, you
Even
know.
though it was made by God, if God is real.
Yeah. So why is it illegal if God made it, you know?
It's illegal because in the 60s they said if you smoke weed, you die.
Huh?
I think you need to get eye
No.
I think I'm blind.
Charlie's blind.
No.
No, they're saying that Shania and Charlie look the same.
No, not the same, but look at that a bit.
No.
I don't see.
No.
There's no
Move.
No, not at all. I'm not that.
I
Oh,
love that. Charlie's an albino.
29.
I think it's a little bit darker.
Me and Charlie have the same skin, I'm sure.
That's Spanish.
Charlie's talking to me.
That's a man.
Guys.
Charlie.
You better give me permission to like post that everywhere.
If they're not us, I'm getting them.
Are we posting this?
What?
Are we posting
I
this?
don't know.
And I'm
It's
getting
not very exciting, is it?
Should be off.
11.
Yeah. That's why I'm 16.
It wasn't a very
Why
exciting.
you
You're not
So I
16.
got put down again.
No,
No,
you're
you
not.
didn't.
You didn't.
If you got put down a year, you'd be in.
I swear in your bio
You're
when you were
11.
like a little bit
Can you
younger,
put
you
down
should be
it?
like 14.
That's only the
I
American.
turned
Yeah,
16.
American.
Yeah, I was put down a year because I'm
Story shout out on
September.
your birthday, more like 14 years of age.
I was put down a year.
So on your okay, whatever.
So what are you? 2000 what?
I'm 2005.
No, she's
I'm
2005.
My birthday's July the 6th, 2005.
That's
when
not
I
how. That's
Not
not
how
how.
it works.
That makes you the youngest.
That made me 15. So I'm 16 next year.
You're not
next
But you're
15.
saying that you're 16 now.
Okay,
We saw your birthday shout outs. We saw your birthday shout outs, and it was like Haps, more life, 14 years of age. It was so weird. More life with that clap hands emoji. Many more.
I love that.
Rip to the fallen. Good for another years.
You know the praise.
No, but you like you all do it, and it's just really funny. Like
Ali.
rip to the fallen. Many more years to come.
I put all that. I didn't put my age because I got
It's not funny. I don't know why you're laughing. I'm laughing, but like, it's not funny that they died, obviously. But it's just funny that like people post that. Apps. No, don't.
Thank you.
You like, sharp.
Okay. Right, on this side, I've got a HH bond which has a value of 436. I've also got a CL to CL bond which has a value
Literally says your name on it.
Is it his?
No, basically.
So
It was
that's
like
the
last year
total
when I was a
energy I've
present,
got
but it came
When you was a what?
on the left hand
for like his
side.
leaving present thingy, like
So
at the
my
end of the
total
year.
energy is
And
9,700.
it came with sparkly things, and it wasn't meant to, so we didn't give it in. We just bought other ones without the sparkles.
On the other side, a HCl bond is worth 432.
Why are you talking to me,
That's
then?
one of them. I have two.
Never
of
really
them.
got over him, have I?
So therefore,
If you
this
think
side
about
I've
it,
got
never
2
have I?
I
times
literally liked him when he did.
432, which
I
gives
swear he
me
liked me back.
864.
When I was out with him. Yeah, of course.
Go
We
for it.
then
He used to love you in person.
679
Oh, I literally couldn't say it back. 'cause I've never done that
minus
before.
864
I have.
I haven't.
gives me a negative value of
I do it as a
what?
joke, like, love you too. When they just walk off and they say bye. I love you too. Thanks.
Negative value of what? Who's done
I've
this?
never actually said it like that.
Sorry? 185.
I used to
Minus
hug
184.
every
Minus
end of
185.
break and lunch.
Therefore, is it?
I'm his boyfriend or girlfriend, whatever.
Guys.
Right, I'm going to give you another one to try.
Ow.
What?
I reckon you would have had more chance if you didn't cut your friends.
5 minutes. Dude,
It's fine, just let it grow out.
No, I like my friend.
No, just let it grow out.
Leave my friend alone.
I'm letting mine grow out. Look.
penguins.
I'm not getting rid of the fringe.
Look at mine.
Fringe? Oh,
What is your opinion on my friend?
I don't know.
Did you prefer her with or without?
Right, I'm going
I
to
can't
give you
even
some
remember with
easy
it,
ones
without
to do
it.
on from
Yeah,
the
see, there you
You
go.
like mine?
See how we can go.
No.
I did, yeah.
Doing this on your own. We've got
Well, it used to be like
10
bang.
minutes, yeah, 15 minutes.
I'm good, I done that in quarantine. Wait, do you prefer her without or with?
I do remember you did that.
No, I'm not there.
It has Instagram posts. I reckon.
I remember you not long hair.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
Get it long again.
I imagine me
Huh?
with a perm.
I'm really sad that I cut mine off.
You not see me
You with
with
the man bun. I could see it rhymes as well. Man
Good.
with the man
Look,
bun.
my hair goes here. I'm gonna grow it. I'm gonna grow it, guys.
I've grown mine.
Dye then put
too.
what on your head?
I'd rather die than have a perm.
You wouldn't look good with the perm.
Because perm, it means I'm losing my humanity.
You lost. You already
getting a
lost your
perm?
No, I'm
humanity.
not getting a perm.
Why not?
I don't like perms.
You should.
Curly, curly.
You already lost your humanity.
I want to. What if we like bring like
I'd rather have
curlers one day?
Huh?
What if I bring in curlers one day and I just curl your hair?
this, then I will die.
No, 'cause you can straighten it out. You just get a wash. You just like wash your hair and then it's out.
I'd rather keep it like
Oh, you
this.
look like
Like someone out of Adam's family.
no, that's John. Yeah, I know he's holding.
Charlie, you're really pretty.
Right, this one.
Charlie, you're really
This is
pretty.
your formula. This is your chemical
Sophie, you're
formula
really
for
handsome.
reaction.
Who uses
This
that word
is the
now? My handsome
bonds
boy.
that are there. You've got 2 lots of those.
Aren't she
Got
just handsome
this.
girls?
This is how
Get
this
at him.
bonded together.
Get
You've got
it. Get
one
at
of
him.
those, and you've got 2 lots
I
of
find it
those.
funny when people
That's
do
the
that.
bonds that you've got.
Oh, look at him, handsome girl.
These are
boy.
your bond energies. A CH is worth 413. That is worth 498.
Look at me.
That is worth 804. And this one is worth
I'm pretty sure Assia wanted you.
464.
And she sat back when I got you.
There's 2.
So, what is your total energy from this
That
side?
was really hurt.
What is your total energy
Yeah.
from that side? Need to listen.
I seen this abuse.
This one,
No, man, that's hair.
CH4, how many C to H bonds have I got? 4. So bear in mind we've got 4 lots of 413. This one,
3. 2.
how many in total O to H bonds?
2.
In
Oh, I hurt my
total,
wrist slapping you as well.
4.
Don't even affect
So I'm going to have 4 lots of this. This one,
No, do my leg though.
No, because I can't. Cause
how many
no, I'm
pounds of
not.
oxygen double bonds have I got? 2. So So I've got 2 lots of this.
Bro, you
So
can
you
get
think
age
about
restricted
the
for
single bonds, okay? That's what you're looking for. I'm going to give you 5 minutes to get that done. In silence. 5 minutes to get that done. Attempt it. In silence. If you need any help, you put your hand up.
She's too short. She can't sit. My dad did a lot, didn't it?
That skimmed
That was actually
you.
right. That was right.
Skimmed you.
What we doing? Miss. For that one, do you do that and then do you hold that to find out what one of the zeros are?
Yeah, you deserve that. Actually, you've really got to stop that.
Thanks.
You're just going to slide off it when I like pull your hair.
CO. So every C double bond to an O is worth that. How many C double bond to an O have you got?
And my arse
Oh, I
to
forgot what I
go.
was going to say.
Sugar section.
I'm bored.
You've got 2 of them.
So you don't have to find out.
You're looking.
Miss.
This is the information you've been given, then this is all you need. So you've got 2 lots of them. So
What are you
2
doing?
lots of that.
Miss.
Yes.
She goes to reception.
You went there yesterday. Why do you need to go again now with only 10 minutes to go?
Did I go there yesterday?
Yes.
Did I?
Yeah.
Well, I'm a
you
very hurtful person.
In English.
I'm taking that as a yes.
What did you do this?
What are you talking about?
This.
Yeah.
Miss, I have
Which
a
one?
headache. My finger hurts.
Which side?
Your work's making me very.
Okay, there's 2 sides.
Yeah.
I want this side.
You just said the left side. You do
Well,
So,
I'm
miss,
2 years
can I
old,
go?
I don't know my left and right.
Why?
My left and right.
400,
I don't care. I have a
413
headache.
times
I'm pretty sure I have a detention at school, so can I just go?
2,600.
You must stop.
Hold on.
I just want. I just want to go.
A man.
No, it's fine. I've got one. I just can't bother to get my hand through.
413
Uh-huh.
times 4.
Huh?
Add
Miss, you're
498
torturing
times
us.
2.
Oh, no, no.
Put it in
Oh,
your
okay.
calculator.
I got that right. Did you add them together? What did you get?
I got 2,648.
Miss, I'm ill. That's why I'm going there. Why would I want to stay in the class when I'm ill? Sure, that's a fake cough.
What did you do for
No, that's such a bad fake cough.
the other side? Danish,
Yeah.
what did you do for the
I'm
other
doing
side?
it.
Go, daddy, go. What? Go, daddy, go.
A man.
What?
3,464.
Huh? Say it louder.
3, 4, 6, 4.
You copying me. Shut your mouth.
Put it in my calculator, fam.
Shut your mouth, bruv.
Shut your mouth. What is
You didn't even hear what I said at the
I didn't
end.
hear what you said.
I need a calculator.
You can use it after mine.
You're a little bit of a cockbiter, I'm not gonna lie.
Who?
Stop!
Stop.
You're such a cockbiter.
Oh,
Shut up.
I'm feeling my skin.
Man, you blind boy.
Wait.
Oh, I'll just get my own calculator out. God.
Man said I can't go to the reception when I feel ill.
You have 10 minutes left anyway. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter, you're ill. Look at you.
Yeah, exactly.
Man, that's abuse. I will get you reported.
Yo, shut your bitch ass up.
Why do you have like a puppy
What
in
did
the
you get for
popcorn.
the 2H2O?
Huh?
2H2 what now?
2H2O.
2H. It's 464 times 4.
Here goes the. Oh, yeah.
You what?
Didn't eat that, you know.
I'll actually kill you. Don't talk to me. Oh, I just done peace sign. What in the year 7?
Yeah, you in year 7. Keisha, you year 7. You feel like,
No, actually, I didn't even know that was opposed in year 7. I've done that more in like year 8.
Yeah, more like
you was so disgusting and snap.
You pissed me off. Because he's copying me.
He's a dickhead.
You're such a cockfighter.
Poor man.
Huh?
Stop it.
What did you say? That's what you
I
said.
said poor a man.
I thought you said you're a man.
Oh my
Listen,
god,
use
throw
your
that at
wheel.
her. She'll throw it back at you.
Is my guy deaf?
Come on, ready?
With her weave off. I will. I will, Sophie. Don't even try me. Come on.
Ow!
I did nothing.
Hit me.
She didn't even hit anything back.
Good lord.
She didn't even throw anything back.
It's been an hour.
You can throw it back at her.
It's been an hour.
Yeah, throw it back. Throw it back.
Go back.
Do it. I dare you. Yeah, I've got 4.
Yeah, that's fine.
How much storage do you have on your phone?
Okay.
0. I don't know how to
Hey,
hold them.
You stole my pen first.
Give me this. Give me them. Give me. I hate you.
You're the rest.
Right, 5, 4, 3,
Pen back.
2,
Take them.
1. Some of you. Thank you. So some of you are getting to grips with this straight away. Some of you are finding it a bit more tricky. Obviously, with a bit more practice, you will get the hang of this. I'm going to talk you through before you obviously go. We've got 15 minutes left. Talk you through what we're doing with this one. You should have at least got
Don't
this
even
copy
put a
down.
mask on just because I have one on. A
So,
little bit obsessive.
with
It's a little bit lesbian if
CH4,
you ask me.
Lakeisha, how many C to H bonds have I got with CH4?
Me? No idea.
Look at mine.
Do you want to try and work it out?
No, my head hurts.
Look at mine.
Somebody want to help Lakeisha? Perhaps you do. Go on then. How many C to H bonds have I got in total? 4. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've got 4 of those. I've got 4 CH bonds. How much is one of them worth, Alfie? How much is one of them worth? Yeah. So one of them is 413. I've got
If you keep
4 of
copying
them,
me
so
out,
we'll
I'm
be
gonna
dividing
literally
that by
rip off your wig.
4.
Shut up.
You haven't got the answer, you need to be copying this down. If you have got the answer, you need to be checking it. Right.
Don't.
O double bond O. What is the value of O double bond O? 498.
Oh, you're 400.
How many of them have I got?
2.
2. So this one, I've got 2 lots of OO, so therefore it's 2 times 498. So that is my calculation and my values for
Oh, and this?
the left-hand side. Right, the other side, the right-hand side. This bond here.
You know, if I
This
kissed
one.
Julian, they wouldn't copy it to the next person.
Thank you. Nathan.
Would they? They wouldn't though, would they?
How many
Oh.
C double bond O have I got locked up in this? C double bond O.
What if I kiss Sophie? You're gonna
Okay,
kiss
2.
Charlie?
So I've got
Of course.
here 2 lots of O C bonds. I've got 2 of them. So it is that. So as you say, 2 lots of.
What if I full on pull her?
Lakeisha.
Of course you will.
Your verbal warning, and that's your first written warning.
What?
Your first written warning.
I wasn't even speaking.
First written warning.
I wasn't speaking.
Right. Next one. OH bonds. How many OH bonds have I got in total, Bailey? 2 there, 4. So I've got 4 lots of OH bonds, therefore I've got 4 times 464. Right, so that's one side,
Ow!
that's the other side.
Oh, look.
413 times 4, then you work that out. Go on then.
1,652.
1652. 2 times 498. 992.
No, 9, 9.
Calm down.
990. Right, those two
got
ones
996.
give me a total value of what? 2642. Right, that's my total energy on that side. 2 lots of 804.
It's 996.
Anybody do that one? 1608.
498 times
So that's
2.
1608.
Look,
4 lots of
498 times 2.
464.
Tell him he's done it wrong.
8 is 996.
Look at them all.
Yeah, you said it wrong.
Which one are we looking at?
2
You're
times
acting a little bit
498.
lesbian if you ask me.
That one.
It's yeah.
Little bit sus.
996.
Yeah.
So
A little bit
it's
sus.
That's
2648.
Thank you. Right. 4 lots of 464.
1852. 6.
1852.
1 6.
1 what?
1856.
1852. So I think those two together will give me a total value of what on this side?
It's 1856.
1856, thank you. What will be my total value, those two added together?
3464.
Right. So that's the total value of that side. That's the total value of that side. 2,648 minus 3,464 will give me a value of what?
They'll copy me and I'm literally just wearing it because of
Minus 816.
It's actually quite
Is it an exothermic or an
Look, I'm just wearing it because of my ex.
Exo.
Trying to copy me.
exothermic?
8 minutes.
Energy, more life, G. Rip to the fallen.
What is that?
Okay.
What is that? Do you know that?
Oh.
It's from like years ago.
Right,
no,
back to your books please. Got 5 minutes. I'm going to give you a quick quiz.
I can do that though.
They can't do it. They can't do it.
What are you doing?
Some Naruto
Back to
hands.
your books. Quiz.
It goes like.
Asian
can't do
cookies.
They're cooking them. They can't do it.
It's like that.
They're like.
You do this, so you go like that,
Back to your books.
and
Quick
then
quiz.
like
5
that to
minutes.
go to here, and then you do it again to go to there.
Question
and
1.
Then to there, and then it goes back.
What is a covalent bond?
Oh.
Back to your books. Answer this now. In silence. You don't have. You just have to write.
Oh, I have it written in my book
Yeah.
somewhere.
Question 1. What's a covalent bond? Well, bear in
Oh, I
mind
don't have it in
in a
my
week,
book.
well, just over a week, you're getting what exams? You need to know what covalent is.
Let me guess.
Yep.
2 bonds mixed together.
You're getting tested on what.
There's a compound.
Is it called?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they bumped down the requirements.
No, you were here when you did covalent bonding. The only thing that you did online was acids and alkalis.
No, we don't do it. No.
Masses, was it?
chemistry taught us last year.
Who was our chemistry teacher last year?
Our chemistry, that was Mr. Lenton.
Yeah, then it was Mr. Rosati.
Mr. Lenton.
Everyone finds him so fit.
Yeah, he is.
He's doing his what?
5, 4,
He has nice eyelashes.
2, 1. You're doing this in silence. Answering
No.
the questions
I don't think no one did.
in the backs of your books. Alfie.
I did for like the first week.
Soon.
After that, no. Ow!
Sorry, you kept moving.
Thank you. Next question. What is an ionic bond?
Ionic? I bet I can get this through
Question
the
1
hole.
is what's a covalent. Question 2 is what is an ionic bond.
That's my pencil.
I'm so sorry.
Bond.
Question 3. If I have a metal plus a non-metal, what kind of bonding will I have?
Compound.
That question too.
If I have a metal and a non-metal, what bonding will I have? Metal and a non-metal. What bonding will it be?
What is it?
Thank you. Hello?
That's such an insult. It is.
Can you stop? What are you supposed to do?
Massive forehead.
Well, that's what I'm doing it for. I want to find out if you do know it or not.
We don't understand
Right. Question 4. If I have a non-metal with a non-metal,
Yeah.
what bonding will I have?
Ow.
An apple.
Thank you.
Is that right?
I don't know.
The third one is if I've got a metal and a non-metal, what
Oh
kind
my
of
god,
bonding
oh,
will
I
I
hate
have?
everything.
Metal and a non-metal. Second one is what is ionic bonding?
But she's just run out of things.
How do you
Like,
put the quiz on here?
Question 5.
I bet she just
What subatomic
ran out
particles
of
will I
stuff to
find in a
teeth. So now she's
nucleus?
just doing that.
What?
What the heck's a nucleus?
What subatomic particles will I find in a nucleus? It is chemistry as well.
Chemistry and
Small.
actually
What subatomic particles will I find in a nucleus? So what is in a nucleus?
Yours is different.
Stop.
It's actually protons and neutrons, no electrons. Electrons are in
Question
it out.
6. What charge does an electron carry? What charge does an electron carry?
Negative.
Shut up.
Keep it to yourself.
In it?
Question 7.
Oh, 7?
Yes.
Oh. Oh well.
Alkali metals are in group 1. If they're in group 1, how many electrons in the outer shell?
1. Oh, sorry.
I'm prepared to get threes on my report.
Anything that's in group 1, alkali metals, how many electrons in the outer shell?
Oh yeah, Skylar and not what?
Right,
Skylar.
somebody want to give me what a covalent bond is?
Compound.
Covalent bonding?
Oh, don't know.
you might as well tell us, right?
We don't know.
Covalent bonding is where you're sharing electrons.
What's
Covalent
this?
bonding is sharing electrons.
Wi-Fi.
Ionic bonding, what's that?
When
Go on then. Thank you. Yeah, so ionic bonding is giving and taking electrons, losing and gaining. Covalent sharing, ionic is giving and losing and receiving. Right, a metal and a non-metal, do I have ionic or covalent? Ionic. A non-metal with a non-metal, covalent. Nucleus, you've got neutrons, protons. Electrons are negatively charged. If you've got anything in group 1, it's got 1 electron in the outer shell.
Look how tall I am. I could like touch the ceiling.
It's negative.
Protons
Protons and neutrons.
Did you say oh same?
Hello. Wait, come back.
I found your Instagram account. Ow.
That was series, Series 1, episode 2. It was quite boring today.
Oh, look
But
at
it's
this.
because of our teacher, you know. There's nothing we can do about
Ew,
that.
don't do that. You skunk.
Are you
But
skunked?
at least we're providing content for the fans.
Do we have any? Like 3-4 subscribers.
What's your YouTube name called?
So,
I don't know. Here,
See you
hold it.
see you later, everyone.
That's so gay.
What do we do now? Are we done?
Right, question for you. Do you
Oh,
want
she's got a question for us. Oh shit, my phone. Yes, please.
So I'm not going to see you. So, yeah, I don't get you next week.
Don't end it yet.
No, I know. Charlie, do you want to get in our vlog? Of course you do. Charlie, come back.
Take pictures of me. Wait.